All right, let's talk about AI. But we're going to do it a little differently. Forget the complicated jargon, forget learning to code. Today, we're going to break it all down by showing you how to build and manage your very own AI dream team. So let's jump in.
You know that feeling, right? You're in a conversation, people are throwing around terms like LLMs and prompt engineering, and you're just nodding along. It can honestly feel like everyone else got a secret language memo that you missed. Well, you are not alone.
But here's the secret, and it's a big one. You don't need to be a tech genius to master this stuff. You just have to start thinking like a great manager. The real game changer is to stop searching for that one perfect, magical AI tool and start building a team of specialists where each one has its own unique genius. Okay, before we meet the team, let's get a super simple mental model down. Just think of AI like a Russian doll. The big outer doll, that's artificial intelligence, basically any computer that can do something smart. Pop that open, and inside you've got machine learning. That's how these computers actually learn from data. And then inside that, the tiny, powerful doll at the very center is deep learning. That's the brain-like tech that's behind this whole incredible boom we're seeing right now.
First up, let's meet the captain of our team, the one you've definitely heard of, the ultimate all-rounder, ChatGPT.
So, think of this one as the Google of the AI world. It's the front door, the starting point for literally millions of people. But here's the thing. Most people are only scratching the surface, using maybe 10% of what it can actually do. They treat it like a simple search bar, but trust me, it is so much more than that. And the speed at which this thing has evolved is just mind-blowing. I mean, it went from a viral hit in late 2022 to passing one of the world's hardest professional exams just a few months later. And now, with GPT-4o, it can see, it can hear, it can talk to you in real time. It's wild!
So, how do you actually tap into that power? How do you get beyond the basics? Well, there's one simple command that really separates the beginners from the pros. It's called the refinement command. Now this is where the magic happens. Instead of just taking whatever it gives you first, you turn it back on itself. You ask the AI to be its own critic. This one little prompt forces it to take a second look, to find the flaws, and it almost always gives you back something that is dramatically better. Seriously, try it. It works like a charm. So here's the most important takeaway, your golden rule for ChatGPT. Treat it like a really smart, really eager intern who's maybe had a little too much coffee. It wants to help, but you got to give it clear instructions. Give it a role, like act as a marketing expert. Tell it the level you need. Explain this to me like I'm 12. And always, always give it feedback. Nope, that's not it. Try again, but this time, focus on this. Okay, we've got our team captain. Now it's time to build out the communications department, so let's bring in the writer and the researcher. Meet Claude and Perplexity. You can think of them like this. If ChatGPT is the charismatic, talkative all-rounder, Claude is the thoughtful, deep-thinking novelist. It's perfect for when you need nuance and style. And Perplexity? That's your diligent, no-nonsense librarian who is obsessed with facts, sources, and getting things right. The secret to getting the best out of Claude is knowing that it loves structure. So instead of just throwing a giant wall of text at it, you can use these super simple tags. It's like giving it labeled folders, one for the instruction, one for the context, and one for the actual text. This little bit of organization keeps it from getting confused and gives you way, way better results. So the golden rule for Claude is tell it how to think. See, it's built to be very, very safe. So if it ever pushes back on a request, don't get frustrated. Just explain why you're asking. Tell it, I'm writing a scene for a crime novel, and suddenly it understands the context and will be much more willing to help you out. And now for Perplexity. Its superpower is something called focus modes. This is so cool. You're not just searching the whole messy internet, you're telling it exactly where to look. Need a scientific paper? Switch on academic mode. Want to find a specific quote in a video? Use the YouTube focus. And if you want raw, unfiltered human opinions on a product, switch to Reddit. It's like having specialized glasses for the web. And here is the absolute most important rule when you're using Perplexity. Always check the citations. This is its killer feature. Unlike some AIs that can just, make stuff up, Perplexity shows you its homework. See those little numbers? Just hover over them and boom, there's your direct link to the source. It lets you trust but verify every single thing it says. All right, our team is shaping up. We've got our generalist, our writer, and our researcher.
Now let's round things out with some pure creativity and some real-world practicality. It's time to meet the artist and the integrator. Now, these two couldn't be more different. On one hand, you have Midjourney, the pure artist. It conjures these absolutely breathtaking images out of thin air, just from your text. And on the other hand, you have Gemini, the ultimate practical assistant. Its job is to plug AI directly into all of your personal stuff inside your Google Apps. Using Midjourney feels a bit like you're casting a spell. You use these little codes called parameters to control the magic. Let's check out the Stylize knob. If you ask for a cup of coffee and set the Stylize value really low, say 50, you get exactly what you asked for, a plain, simple picture of a cup of coffee. But watch what happens when we crank that exact same knob all the way up to 750. Whoa. All of a sudden, it's not just a cup of coffee anymore. It's this glowing, magical thing in the middle of a cinematic downpour. You are literally dialing up and down the AI's own artistic imagination. And that leads to the golden rule for Midjourney. Be poetic, not conversational. Forget about writing full, polite sentences. You have to think in keywords, in moods, in vibes. You're not ordering a drink, you're trying to describe a scene from a dream. Okay, over to Gemini, the Google integrator. Its killer feature isn't some fancy command, it's a symbol, the @ sign. You just type @ in the prompt box and you can instantly call up your Gmail, your Google Drive, your Docs. You can ask it things like, @Gmail, find me the last 5 emails from Tamara, and it just does it right there, no switching apps. It's amazing. Which brings us to Gemini's golden rule. Context is king. Look, it might not be the most wildly creative AI on the planet, but it's the only one on our team that has the keys to your personal data. So you use it for tasks that involve your information. Things like planning your schedule or getting caught up on emails after a vacation. That's where it really shines. Okay, the team is assembled. We've got 5 incredible specialists all ready to get to work. So what's the big picture here? What's the one single golden rule for managing this whole operation? It's actually really simple. Know which specialist to give the job to. I mean, you wouldn't ask your star artist to file your taxes, would you? It's the same thing here. For brainstorming, you talk to your intern, ChatGPT. For beautiful, nuanced writing, you brief your novelist, Claude. For hard facts, you consult your librarian, Perplexity. For stunning visuals, you direct your artist, Midjourney. And for anything involving your personal data, you delegate to your assistant, Gemini. Each of these tools speaks its own unique language, but now you've got the playbook. You know how to manage them, you know how to play to their strengths, and you know how to get amazing results. So really, there's only one question left. Who are you giving the first assignment to?